Hello and welcome to Florida Focus. I'm Cheyenne Pagan.
And I'm Trevor Lloyd. Thousands of Floridians are being stopped from voting in this historic election because they can't afford to pay a fee. Despite voters agreeing that ex-felons should be allowed to vote, Republican lawmakers created hurdles that keep them from the polls. Reporter Neve Larkin explains how people are fighting back with just 24 hours till polls close.
Amendment 4 passed in 2018. Everybody celebrated.
Once Amendment 4 passed in 2018, it meant that ex-felons could now vote in Florida. But then the GOP created new barriers that require ex-felons to pay fees.
I don't think I owe anything. The judge released me from supervision early because I did everything she asked me to do. Why would I owe fees? Lo and behold, I did. I owed fees and I had no idea.
90% of felons in Florida never pay their fines or fees, mostly because they don't know or they just don't have the money. So the Hillsborough Clerk of Circuit Court teamed up with the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition to pay off $2.5 million in fines.
FRRC came in and paid off my fines.
Thanks to this partnership, 1,768 people in Hillsborough County are now eligible voters.
Those people who are now re-engaged in the voting process, we are more catalyst for others around us, pushing them, hey, you've had this right to vote all along, you need to exercise it.
Judge hopes people who cast their votes tomorrow understand their responsibility to vote for people in the community who don't have the same opportunities.
If we want to turn our nation around, if we want to turn the reputation of our nation around, we have to vote.
Reporting for Florida Focus in Hillsborough County, I'm Neve Larkin.
Tomorrow's Election Day is expected to see the highest voter turnout since 1908. I met with the Hillsborough Supervisor of Elections to find out just how unusual this year has been.
We've got 934,000 registered voters, and we've voted 58% of the total number of registered voters.
Craig Latimer says that's already 90% of all votes cast in 2016. Even though more than half of all registered voters in Florida have already cast their ballot, experts still expect a big turnout for tomorrow. But Latimer says they're prepared. Over the weekend, 250 clerks picked up paperwork, electronic poll books, and ballot bags for tomorrow.
This is it. We're getting ready to kick off Election Day. We've already delivered all the equipment.
Polls open tomorrow at 7 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. If you plan to vote tomorrow, make sure you double check your polling location because it may be different than your early voting site.
Florida is a must-win state, so many were surprised to learn that Trump slashed his campaign budget here. In the last 2 weeks, Trump's campaign cut its advertising budget by $5.5 million. The RNC stepped in last week and bought $4 million in ads that are now airing across Florida. In the same time period, Biden spent nearly $17 million in Florida. According to advertising analytics nationwide, Biden has spent 3 times as much money on ads.
Voting in Florida has smashed all previous records. Nearly 9 million Floridians have already cast their ballots. While Democrats took the lead in mail-in ballots earlier this month, Republicans quickly caught up with in-person voting. Now the numbers stand nearly equal, with only 100,000 more Democratic votes. Republicans are expected to turn out in large numbers for tomorrow's election.
Thank you for watching Florida Focus.
Have a good evening.